It's the Brooklyn, Connecticut Fair 2025. On-site parking brought me right to the rides. Here's some tractors. This is called the Autobahn. Looks scary. We got some balloons that kind of go up in the air. And those old motorcycles. I rode those in the 80s. Such an old ride. There's the fun slide. Here's a game. Crazy ball game. There's the tornado. You can see the cliffhanger in the distance. Ferris wheel. There's some games. And I think this is called the Rockstar. On the right is the Orient Express, a roller coaster for small kids. Cool. You see the big swings in the distance. And some more games. Balloon pop. There's the water gun game. Hoop shots. And in the distance you see Mardi Gras, kind of a fun house. Slide at the end. Now the Brooklyn, Connecticut Fair, again, it was pretty close to me. I wasn't expecting much, and it was huge. We'll see. All right, here's the Orbiter. And classic Dizzy Dragons. I'm going to stay to the right here. There's Break a Plate game. This looks like a shooting game. The Duck Pond. I believe there's another balloon pop. Oh, no, that's hoop shots, and there's the balloon pop. There's the ride on the left. Usually they're named after mountain ranges. I would call that the Himalaya, but I believe they called it something different. Alright, that's called Formula One. And there's the Rockin' Tug behind us. Alright, now it's time to look at some food. First place is this pizza place. You can get by the slice for just $5 for cheese, or it's $10 for a specialty slice. They advertise spinach pies, meatball subs, eggplant parmesan, but there's no eggplant, just parmesan. Steak and cheese stromboli, buffalo chicken stromboli. And their drinks were $3. I think that's the lowest I've seen in fairs yet. That's a great deal. Alright, I'm going to pass all these things I've already seen. It is nice to see the skee ball available. That's always a fun game. More balloon pop games, 2 in a row. That's called Blockbuster. And once again, we're just going to pass all these rides that we've already seen. Now, parking was $7, kind of a random amount. Tickets were $15, so I thought it was kind of steep to get in here. But I was shocked how large this place is. I got kind of lost. Those swings are awesome. Okay, now let's take a look at some food. Now, I couldn't have planned this better. The very first food place I'm going to look at is just the Candy Apple Cotton Candy place. You can get snow cones, caramel apples, and they weren't that bad of a deal. Cotton candy, $7 for a small one, $12 for a jumbo. And now right next door also had some fantastic deals at the fried dough place. Just look at the corn dogs, $5, hot dogs, $4. That's cheap. Fried dough, fried Oreos. They got pretzels. Their drinks were $5 and $4, so that was a little bit higher. Right next door, lemonade stand. It was so funny. It kept on playing a pre-recorded message about you can get half-price refills just over and over. And I think most places are offering half-price refills. I liked it. Recycle those cups. Here's the Steak Tips place. But they also had potato wedges. Put a lot of toppings on them. Get a sausage and peppers. Honey barbecue hot tenders. And right next door, it says Bloomin' Onion, but technically you have to order it from the place that we just left. Next door is the funnel cake place. I got a fried pecan pie. Oh my lord, it was so sugary. And they gave me powdered sugar on top that most of it just ended up on my shirt. You got a scoop of maple ice cream, whipped cream, that syrup. Oh my lord, that powered me for the rest of the day. And you get, of course, lemonade right next door, same exact as the other place. Let's take a look at the fire trucks, nice and shiny. On the left is a kids' play area. Kind of the fun-size play sets. There's a hospital set over there. Kind of a kitchen set over there. It was neat. They had like every set imaginable. There's a police car you can get into. And here's some bubbles flying at us. And this guy makes a gigantic bubble. Pops. Yeah. Alright, now we're coming up on the first artist of the day, the first stage. I believe, based on the schedule, this is Kayla Farnham. Alright, right next door is the first of the day, Dell's Frozen Lemonade, a Rhode Island classic. I'll only bring this up once, that my favorite Dell's Lemonade is in the jar. I don't like the frozen lemonade. They just got lemonade you can buy in a jar. It's great. But they don't usually sell it at the fair. They only want to sell the frozen lemonade. Okay, here's another lemonade place, and they got kettle corn as well. Small kettle corn 8, or a big one for 10. Lemonade, regular or flavored for 10. And a lime Ricky, which I would think is lime, but you can also flavor that too. Here's a place with the regular fair stuff, I call it. Gotta come up with a better term. I should just ask the business. Here's Mini Melts. Various flavors. $6, $8, $10 for a big one. You can get 2 big ones for $18. Alright, coming up on a coffee place. I didn't get a good picture of the menu. They got iced coffee, hot coffee, cinnamon roll. That might be the flavor. And what is this? Oh, just Web Studios. Interesting. Ah, the Apple Crisp place, of course. I'm going to focus on the fair special. I was considering it, but then after I got that pecan pie, there's no way I was getting any more sweet stuff. Maple sugar apple crisp sounded good in the beginning, but nope. And once again, that deep fried pecan pie, I'm never going to do that again. Alright, here's some engines. Gotta see the old engines. Again, can't spend all day looking at the engines. After this next one, we're just going to speed along and go right into the building. Now let's go to the outside of the building first. We're going to see some vendors. And I'll go inside this bee place, the Eastern Connecticut Beekeepers Association. They've got some beeswax candles for sale. Pretty neat. And lots of different honey brands. I wouldn't say flavors, but they could be flavors too. Some of these brands repeat. Pretty cool. Learn more about the bees. Cool. Heard it's a cool hobby, if you can call it that. Let's move on past some more vendors. Coming up is a metal detector place. Pretty neat. And this kid gets to try out the metal detector and find something in the sand. Oh, the collectible John Deere tractors. Pretty big collection here. Your American American Girl clothes. Okay, sure. And this is the store and museum. So the very first part of this is the store. Various country stuff. Outfit your house with some cool knickknacks. Ooh, some holiday stuff. Halloween stuff. Alright, now we're in the museum portion. I mean, they have a lot of tools. This is one of the best examples I've seen. I might say this is even better than the Durham Fair's building with all the old farm machinery. Coming up here, it seems like this is it's an agent for John Deere. Like all the parts are in there. It's kind of neat. Alright, spin around. All the old milk jugs. Some old fair stuff. Had to take a look at it. Looks like that was from the 50s. Get out of these ladies' way. Love the old school classroom. General store. The old post office. I'm not going to try to pronounce that, Connecticut City. A lot of old chainsaws. That's a cool example. Cool display. Just a house. And we're back to the store. Exit through the gift shop. Alright. I turn back around because there is stuff in the middle. Looks like I could buy some t-shirts for the fair. Here's an old wagon, but I think it was some kind of farm machinery. Kind of a buggy to ride in. I didn't understand this dog on this treadmill. Was this old digger attached to the tractor. I'm going to take one more look at the engines. Then I'll turn around and go into the home and garden building with all the exhibitions. This building is kind of neat. It was kind of dark in there. So I hope this footage comes out okay. This is a Cub Scout exhibition, Pack 93. And I'm way out of focus here. I eventually turn and look at the flowers. Nice looking flowers in the windowsill here. Very nice. Alright, we'll try to look at the photos. Yeah, really out of focus. Here's a Death Star made out of paper. Then I eventually see a aircraft carrier made out of Legos, but these are knockoff Legos. Should be Mega Blocks, I think. Yep, way out of focus. Oof. Yeah, something's wrong. Oh, that's a nice scene. Alright, we're just going to skip past all these. It's way too out of focus. I'm going to blame the dark building and the bright light coming in. Now we're slowed back down. Look at the quilts. Take a look at the baked goods, the breads, cookies, pies. Looks like these are the winners. Eggs. More breads. Ooh, brownies. Nice refrigerated case here. Oh, I was noticing that the recipes were all on those cards. It's kind of neat. Alright. We'll settle down and look at these. Art. Yeah, these aren't too out of focus. I'll leave it the way it is. Now we really can't see anything at all. Here's a small Lego collection. Kind of a Halloween collection. Couldn't really see in this case, so I moved on. Looking at the flowers. If it was me, I wish these flowers were sitting on a white background, not this checkerboard kind of tablecloth. But it's okay. Here's the vegetables. There's a nice arrangement of all the different types. Herbs. Oh, love the car collections, the Hess gas trucks, and they got a plane and a helicopter. Alright, going out. Here's some cookies and brownies, muffins. And once again, there's the recipe. Alright, so we're going to get out of this building, and I start hearing a band or a musician playing. I believe they call this the main stage. And it's got really cool bleachers. Not those. If I turn around, I notice them. It's a big building. Now, technically, I'm walking up the stairs, but if you look far to your left, which we're not doing, there's also bleachers. But this is also like the top area. Oh, it's nice. I was considering getting some food and eating there, but nope, I was eating on the go. He had a pretty long set. Now, I believe this is Liam Coleman. If you look at his background, I think that's what it says. He's pretty good. Alright, going down the stairs. I'm going to make a left and look at this fried dough place. Fruit and sugar toppings, and they got drinks. Fried Oreos, it looks like. I couldn't see a menu. I walked by a few times, and I never saw any prices or anything. It might be written on the windows, but it was really hard to see, so I just moved on. Looking at the tractors, thought I could take a shortcut, and I was blocked at every turn, so let's go this way to the tractors. All the brands, riding lawnmowers. And now we got more engines. Fair stuff you could buy. Oh, let's look at the rest of the tractors. One last pass, see the front of them. Cool, cool. Ford brand in rough shape. Okay. And we came around to the Fork in the Road Catering. They got a mac and cheese bar. I walk up close, so I don't really have to get this menu up here. Regular mac and cheese, hot Cheeto, jalapeno, pulled pork, Diablo, fried chicken, buffalo, bacon mac and cheese. $12 or $13 for the chicken or bacon. That's not a bad deal. All right, let's head on down. Passing all the home improvement vendors. And the fair stuff you can buy. Lots of swords. More engines. Oh no, you already saw those engines. Here's an old Model T for sale. And we're going to walk over into the poultry and rabbit barn. We're just going to speed past all the poultry and rabbits. When it comes down to it, I don't know what I'm looking at. They kind of all look the same. I mean, they don't, but they do. I get it. They're rabbits. Bye, rabbits. See you later. Alright, lots of empty space here. There's some big sunflowers I'm walking by. Nothing was in there. So let's head on out. More old tractors. Old GMC truck. Looks nice. Another GMC. This is an old Caterpillar. Cool. Mack truck. There's another nice looking Mack truck. And this was supposed to be some Jack Daniels distillery on wheels sort of thing. Doesn't seem very safe. Alright, coming up on another Dell's Frozen Lemonade stand truck. We got $4, $5, $6. You get a quart for $12. They got these novelty cups you can buy. There's the Christmas tree exhibition. I like it. Not many places have the Christmas tree competitions. And there's a wreath competition. Neat. More fair stuff. They got cowboy hats. That's cool. Here's a coffee place. There's a sign that advertises it features Lyman's Orchard apple cider. It's pretty cool. Local place. You can get coffee, iced coffee, smoothies. It says freezes. Right next door, another Apple Crisp place. We've seen this before. I'll look at the other two that they mentioned. The Apple Crisp with ice cream for $9. Or the Supremely Awesome for $10. Right next door, the baked potato place, Johnny Potato. The traditional, vegetarian, the belly buster, the Mexican, the American. The chicken bacon ranch is sold out today. Aw. We should try the shepherd's pie, though. Right next door, the fancy fries. This is advertised as the biggest fries at the fair. Eat with chili, nacho cheese, gravy. Chicken tenders, buffalo chicken tenders. They got hot dogs. And you can see it says Fair's largest fries. Now we're passing our third artist of the day. This is the second acoustic stage. This is likely Matt Perroni. It might have been T-Ray. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't stop by and see the name. Sorry. Here's a little Mustang. Nice color. Cool. That big old car spinning around up there. Is this a Ford Fairlane? I'll have to look at the back of it once we pass it again. There's a 40 Ford. It's at my 40 on the license plate. Now this black Pontiac, I'm going to turn around and look at it, I think is a Grand Prix. I can't make out that on the front. I'm probably wrong. Love the old Pontiacs. Alright, I'm going to turn around and take a look at these animals. There's some miniature horses. A little bit bigger horse. Pony, not sure. We got some goats in a cage here, wanting to escape. And we got a big old donkey. I thought it said please don't touch, but it says just don't touch near our mouths. You have gigantic heads. Alright, I'll move on. We're gonna pass the alpaca sweaters. And there's a few alpacas hanging out. Hello. And now back to the food. We're going to see an ice cream place. The Smash Brothers Ice Cream. We've seen this place before. Cup or cone. Waffle cone. Get a float. Get a sundae. There's frozen lemonade. Right next door, we got the Kielbasa, an Italian sausage place. And they got french fries. Hot dogs. Hamburgers. Cheeseburgers. Water, $3. Not that bad of a deal. We're passing by the Stones place. They're minerals. And now we got the House of Barbecue and Bacon. They got bacon candy, Frito chili pie, something called moink balls, which is meatballs wrapped in bacon. Get a street taco, cup of brisket chili. They got bacon garlic bread. You can get a pickle on a stick. Just mac and cheese. Lots of cool choices. And we'll pass by these tractors. Sunglass place. They got readers or sunglasses. There's a semi-truck. And now we're coming up on the ice cream place called Frozen Cheeks. They got a milkshake here. I've been looking for places to get milkshakes. They got them. Scoops or cones. Pup cup for $3. Now, a pup cup, is that a small thing ice cream or is it for your dog? I don't know. Alright, this place is called Kona Ice. You can pick your cup, you get some frozen ice, and then you can flavor it yourself over on the left. That's kind of neat. Haven't seen that before. Right next door, the kebab place. Now, they hide the kebab at the very end. They got gyros, wraps, falafel poppers, Sultan Explosion fries, quesadillas, cool, Heartburn Express quesadilla with jalapenos. And once again, at the very end, it finally says kebabs. 1 for 10, 3 for 25. Take a look at some old tractors. And spin back around to the Buffalo place. You get a bison burger or a cheeseburger, bison garlic burger, bison hot dog, Philly cheesesteak, bison burrito. Something said a McBoof sandwich, McBuff sandwich. Cool. And right next door is another place. I'm not sure if they call it barbecue, but I got the chicken skewers. It was a good deal. 2 for 10. So I got a barbecue and a Cajun, and it just kind of had barbecue sauce on it. The other one had some neat sauce. They had a very large menu. Cajun fries, corn fritters. They got tons of stuff here. It's pretty good. I'm going to fast forward this a little bit. We're passing places we've already seen. Once again, this fried dough place. Couldn't see the menu. And we're going to, again, look at the stadium seating. It's a cool place. Imagine if it's raining. Let's all go inside, watch the band play. Band's perfectly covered. Yeah, I think that's Liam Coleman right now. That's what the drum said, at least. Now, we've already seen this, so I'm going to speed along a bit. Boy Scout Troop 44 Barbecue Chicken Dinner. It's a great deal. You get half a chicken, baked potato, an ear of corn, and a roll for $18. That is a good deal. 2 of them for $37. Just the baked potato is $3. That is a steal right there. Big ear of corn for $3. Just half a chicken for $13. Soda $4. Water $2. Great deal. Right next door, barbecue place. I considered going here. They got the moink balls, which is meatballs covered in bacon. Brisket sandwich, pulled pork sandwich, burnt end sandwich. Smoked maple bacon and cheese. Cowboy beans, smoked hamburger, smoked cheeseburger, smoked hot dog. That's interesting. Wild Bill's old-fashioned soda. I never really understood this place, but as long as you get free refill throughout the day, it's a great deal. I couldn't see the price here, though. Right next door is the Thai restaurant. Satang Thai restaurant. Great deals, as always. Pad Thai, fried rice, chicken and cashew, barbecue chicken. 2 of them for $10. Next door is Jerry's hand-stuffed cannolis. Cannoli, eclairs, cookies, whoopie pies. You can also get lemonade, frozen drinks, soda. Water's $5. Don't go there. At least not for water, because coming up, they've got water for $1. Competition's over. They've won the fair for that. They've got a Coney Island dog, which is a hot dog with meat sauce. It's got the celery salt. It was fantastic. I'll show you a picture in a bit, taking up the full screen. It was a little interesting at first, but then I started to like it. That salt, you can kind of see it there at the top. It was fantastic. I would get it again. Absolutely would. Here's Ray's Fries since 1945. Small, large, family size for $13. Hey, water's $1 there. I guess it's a tie. Here comes the pizza place. Oh, take a look at the hair tinsel and hair wraps first. Now the pizza place. $7 for a slice with topping. $6 for a cheese slice. Do you see that? Whole pizza? Whole pizza. $48. Hopefully that trend does not continue at other fairs. $48. Wow. Alright, here's extreme fried dough. We've seen this before. Just get the original. Get the sauce and cheese, French toast flavor, s'mores flavor, Oreo crush flavor. This is cool. This baked stuffed potato place at the very bottom has the gobbler, butter, turkey, gravy, stuffing, cranberry sauce, or pulled pork or chili. Right behind me, hot dog place. They got sausage with peppers and onions, hamburger, cheeseburgers, and hot dogs. Not that bad a deal. Now here's a soda place with prices. $18, $14, $15, but you get free refills all day. That's a great deal, considering you might pay like $8 for a lemonade other places. You buy one of those, keep on coming back. Now we got the fritters. You get clam chowder, clam cakes, clam strips, fried calamari, fried oysters. There was a haddock sandwich. Here's the roasted nuts place. It was hard to see their menu. And another Dell's soft frozen lemonade place. The Rhode Island staple. Ice cream place. Standard, cone or cup, waffle cone, root beer float, sundae. They do have milkshakes here too. Nice. The French fry place. Vinny's French fries. Get cheese fries, corn dogs, mozzarella sticks. Just selling cool stuff. Walk into their trailer. Okay, we got strawberry shortcake, apple crisp. Oop, I got traffic. I'll be looking at the meatball bombs first. Their menu is hard to see. Mac and cheese. They do have mozzarella sticks, jalapeno poppers, onion rings. Here's the apple crisp. I had to really zoom in to see their menu. Hot coffee, iced coffee, lemonade, iced cappuccino. Alright, here's some fair stuff. Fair t-shirts. This is the beef and fowl. They got a roast beef sandwich, sliced brisket sandwich, grilled chicken sandwich, chicken tenders. They can get a bucket of fries, cheese fries, explosion fries with burnt ends, cheese, and jalapenos. That sounds really good. All right, here's the other side of the Tractor Place. There's a Humvee. And this is the Roadhouse Grill with chicken and rice bowls. With the name of Roadhouse Grill, I thought it was going to be more meat, but it's more bowl related. I mean, there's meat in those bowls, but that seems a little too healthy. I'm looking for some unhealthy stuff. And they're advertising those drinks. Bottled water, $3. All right, all right. This is the street corn on the cob. There's various flavors. When I zoom in, I didn't notice it at first, but there's different flavors you can choose. The caliente, the frito, the garlic, the tahini, the loco bowl. All right, now we're going to speed past some vendors. And I'll speed past the fried dough people because, again, I don't see a menu here. There's technically a menu on the window, but there's no prices that I could obviously see. And here's the ice cream place that I actually have already seen before. The Cowabunga Sundae with 2 scoops. Right, we're going to pass the far edge of the fairgrounds here. To the far left, I did see some skillet tossing later in the day. More fire trucks. And there's some porta potties. They were very clean. There's the cow barn. I skipped the cow barn. I looked down and said, yep, those are cows. I've seen cows. Let's move on. Cow looking out the window at me. All right, here's the Better Living building. I skip it for now. I look at the edge of the vendors first. Yeah, more vendors. Yep, I decide I've seen everything. Now, technically, I did miss an ice cream place, but we're going to come back to that later. Here's a fudge place. Buy 1 pound, get half a pound free, $24 per pound. It's a lot of fudge, though. Tractors. And t-shirts. Now, I'm going to sneak into the building this way. Try to make a strategic circle around the building. Alright, just passing some stuff I'm not really into. There's the gutter guards. Here's a beef jerky place. We got brisket jerky. There's a gun safe place. And now I see some art for sale. Pretty cool paintings here. Home improvement place. Pickles and sausage. 5-star pickles and sausage. They asked if I want a free sample. I declined. I regret that now. That could have been tasty. And here's Anne Marie's candy. Seems like it's a fair requirement. Any competitors out there? Yeah, they got the fudge. You can buy per pound. Alright. Knives for sale. There's a tie-dye place. And here's Heidi Joe's beef jerky. They got venison, they got elk, they got buffalo, and of course all the hot sauces. And now again, just going to the final vendors. The old metal signs over here. A fair staple. Looking at the roasted nuts over there at Anne Marie's Candy. And we'll make our exit. These people were selling some baked goods. Cookies for $3. Lots of cool choices here. Red velvet with white chocolate chips. Alright, let's just run down the street past some more vendors. Rings and such. Some stuffed animals in a box. To the right here, this is the 4th band. They're just setting up. But there's 4 stages. I was shocked. So that will definitely justify the ticket price. And here's the lemonade stand, $4 for a yellow or a pink. I noticed it looked just like the Lebanon one. And then look at this guy walking out. His shirt says Lebanon on the back. This is definitely the same lemonade stand from Lebanon, Connecticut. Welcome back. Alright, we're going to pass some more fair stuff to buy. We're going to see some smoke coming from the mechanical bull. We got a kid riding the bull. Next door is this Arepa's place, sweet corn with mozzarella cheese. And if you look on the top right, that menu is gigantic, separated by commas. Bullet points would have helped. Shish kebab, chicken empanadas, rice and beans, roasted pork, fried chicken, pork belly. Not sure how you'd order and what the prices are. It was confusing. Next door is Poultry in Motion. Get a chicken taco salad, chicken bacon ranch wrap, wings and fries, chicken waffles, hot dog and fries, burger and fries, onion rings, sweet potato fries. A lot of cool choices there. All right, right next door is the Crepes place. They also got grilled paninis, grilled wraps. You can get a sweet crepe, a savory crepe. They got quesadillas, salad bowl. Going on down, they got a big Brussels sprouts menu. If you're a fan of Brussels sprouts, they got lots of different choices. Here's the Sugar Tang, like sugar-coated fruit. Man, they had a lot of different choices there. And here's some mowers. Okay, now in the distance, look on the far right. I'm looking at, actually, we're going to take a look at this guy selling, what is it, granola. It was $15 a jar for granola. There it is. Now look in the distance. If you see this van, it's an ice cream place. Awful, awful. That is like a shake. They called it a fribble, or it's like a shake. Or you can get just regular ice cream, but I didn't notice it when I was walking around. But I did record the menu, so bad on me. Forgot to get it on this video. Alright, we've seen this. That line for Ray's fries is gigantic. They must be fantastic. I gotta try Ray's fries someday. Alright, we've already seen this Eclair's place, the cannoli place. Now, coming up, we're going to see the Italian sausage place. Get a hot dog or a cheeseburger. It's really hard to see that menu. Now, the Mexican street eats. Huge menu as always. Traditional taco, pork carnitas, burrito, loaded nachos, Mexican street corn off the cobs. You get it in the bowl. There's Dude's Donuts. I think it's the regular menu they got for the apple cider donuts. Get some apple cider as well. On the left over here is the Elks. They're selling a steak sandwich or an Italian sausage sandwich. $10. And it does say it's the best deal at the fair. And I totally agree with them. That is a pretty good deal. Next door, the lemonade place. It was $8 for a lemonade. Couldn't see the price for the kettle corn. And this is the Hangry Italian. They got mozzarella. I missed that. Penne marinara chicken parmesan sandwich. Sausage, peppers, and onions. Steak and cheese. Meatball sandwich. Hot dog, cheeseburger, mozzarella sticks. Fries, chicken tenders. There's a Ra's Frozen Express. Waffle cup cone. Kids. Sprinkles are free. Sometimes sprinkles are like an extra $1. Right, here's the Polish plate. We've seen this place before. Get the boiled pierogies. Get the Polish boy, the taco, the nachos, the quesadilla. It's really neat looking. There's some shirts you usually get at the fair. And here's a fried dough place. Also, this is the same place from the other place. It's good deals. Hot dogs for only $4. Corn dogs for $5. Yet another Dell's lemonade. A staple. And now, again, I couldn't have planned this better. We're going to end this with a cherry on top. This is the last food place, the world's best sundae. I'll look at the menu. Cups, dip, top cones, root beer floats, frozen cappuccinos. They got the signature sundaes. Going to this fair, I really didn't expect so many choices, so many roads. I think I kind of made sense out of it. I only skipped one vendor, to my knowledge. I think this is a really good fair. Now, if you gave this day like one more hour, the sun finally came out. That might have messed with the video. Now, we're out of food vendors. I think I'm out of things to say. I will once again just leave you walking around with me. It's just a couple minutes. We're going to walk down the road to where we began this video, and I'll fade to black. Thanks again for watching.